Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the greatest content, tournament content, Smogon Tour Playoffs, my all-time favorite tournament, what I would consider the most competitive tournament in singles history. This is a best of three. We're currently in the playoff stage. We got Name Generator 214, also known as Hellam, versus Triple XXX, also known as Giannis, also known as Christian Dior, who we already uploaded one of his sets previously. He had to play in the playoffs tiebreaker to even make it in, but he was able to win, and now he's here. And so this is the official round one of the playoffs. This is a super duper hyped game. Both these players are very, very amazing. Been having some incredible performances the last year or two. Hellam, aka the guy with the Iron Moth lead, he was the first seed in this tournament, which is very hard to do. The best I ever did when I used to play this tournament is I got second seed one time. But first seed, they always say there's a first seed curse because you get first seed and then you go out round one. But I think since that curse has actually been lifted. But back in the day, I remember first seed, that was a curse. I would try to not even get that. But to be honest, being the first seed in a tournament like this, you got to play very well throughout the weeks. This is a live tour, Gen 7, 8, 9 OU. The way it works is that every week for 9 weeks, so it's 3 Gen 9 OU, 3 Gen 8 OU, and 3 Gen 7 OU. It's live tours. And the more games you win in a row, it's more or less like laddering, but it's just a live tour. So it takes about 2-3 hours. And the more opponents you beat, you get more points, and it scales. So after you beat 4 opponents, you get 5 points. Then you beat 5 opponents, you get 7 points. Turn 1 was crazy, by the way, what I just saw. Turn 1 was crazy. I think what Triple XX, who I'll be referring to as Ant in this vid, was predicting was probably just straight Fiery Dance or Earthquake, but Hellam can't even do that because he'll die to Earthquake if it's like a Spadef Torkoal. This is why I like Earthquake on my Torkoals and Spadef, because you can counter Iron Moth. CFTC used to always give me sets like that. Off the bat, though, we see Hatterene go down, which is great for Dog Zamazenta on Hellam's side. Hellam lost Weavile, which is not great, but it's not going to make too much of a difference, honestly. Between Slitherwing, Moth in the back having booster, so knockoff doesn't do anything. I'm fairly sure it's plus special attack Moth if we're seeing plus speed Wake and we're seeing a Zama on the team. I'm pretty damn certain it's going to be special attack Moth. Probably something with like, I don't know, Solar Beam or Overheat or something for like the super nuke. Because I don't think you need plus speed and then also plus speed Wake. That seems like overkill. But this Wake is honestly a big ass threat. You either go into your Assault Vest Hatterene. Okay, that is what came out. And you click Draining Kiss, which should do, honestly, a shit ton of damage. Wake Spadef is not as good as its Fizz Def. Or you go into Lander's T. I mean, not Lander's T, sorry. He would have gone into Dragonite and attacked straight up. But either way, Hellam's team is pretty regular offense. We've seen a lot of variations of this type of team. Usually you see a Steel type. You'd see like a Golden Go over the Weavile slot. And then you can have like Darkrai or Samurai. Weavile is a pretty interesting pick. You don't see it as much, but it's definitely worse this game than having Samurott and or Darkrai. Those were two more immediate threats. I mean, it doesn't matter though. That slot was probably going to get sacked either way. He knows that there's no way Weavile is going to do much versus plus speed Wake. And then also, like I said, the two fighting types, the Moth, that shit gets countered all the time. But AV, Samurott, or something like that could have been better. It doesn't matter though. Hatterene, like I said, I'm most convinced that this is going to be Assault Vest. Slitherwing comes in so I can click Fire Move. Okay, so it's not Assault Vest, I think, if it clicked Nuzzle. Because usually I don't run Nuzzle on AV anymore. I run Nuzzle on that physically defensive set. But physically defensive would have died to Steam Eruption. So maybe it is AV and he just has Nuzzle for some security. I like this play though. By Triple XX. My boy Giannis. This is a nice play. Gets full paired there on Psy Noise. This is AV Slitherwing. That's the only way it could do 52%. I was shocked for a second. I was like, what is this? That definitely sucks though, because would have been able to get a strong Flare Blitz off. I mean, still able to get a strong Flare Blitz off. It's whatever. Goes into Lander's T here. I would do the same thing. Ooh, clicks U-turn. I had to give that a clap. That was a crazy play. Nah, that was a crazy play going for U-turn. What if you clicked U-turn turn 1? And he got bailed by that para. Alright, Moth goes down here. Hat comes back in. It's getting kind of shice now. Don't click Terra yet with Wake. That's an absurd misplay because you will lose to Dragonite in the back. Part of me thinks that the Dragonite is regular heavy-duty boots on Hellam's team, just because only having hat removal can get kind of scary. Oh, it's over now. Terra Water is for sure done. Moth is going to come in. Kill this shit with Solar Beam. I'm making a lot of assumptions that the Moth is even Solar Beam. What if it's not? But the fact that Draining Kiss Terra Water came out makes me think that this is definitely not AV. Like I said, AV likes to run Psychic Noise X Psyshock a lot of the time. They've dropped the Nuzzle, started running Draining Kiss and Mystical Fire, but it's an interesting one. Let's see. Okay, Solar Beam's coming out. Dude, I was gonna say, once you saw this plus special attack, that's like giga obvious. However, if this is Terra Fairy, it would just kill this right now and sweep. So, let's take a look at what happens. I'm gonna assume that it's double stab, Solar Beam, and then maybe, I don't know. I don't like running Moth without Dazzling Gleam ever, personally. Goes for EQ, nice play. So it's not Terra Fairy. I see a way for a name generator to win this game with a combination of Nuzzle plus his own Zamazenta. I would wager the Zamazenta here is IDEF. You get to go for what, Specs Dragon Pulse here, if you have it. Hydro, Draco, Pulse, Flame. That's usually what we see on Wake. I mean, Pulse is super free. Why did Hat Terra Water? Was he really that shook? Did he expect Terra Water of the opposing side? The Dragonite used EQ, so we know it's not no Encore shit. It's definitely regular E-Speed, Ice Spinner maybe. But, alright, once the Specs pulse off, I guess here we'll see if the Hatterine's AV or not. But I'm fairly certain it's not AV. Then again, defensive FizzDef Hat on top of the FizzDef Landers makes very little sense. So it could be AV. So why did he Terra Water? Did he really expect the reverse Terra Water and wanted to take less? I don't get that play. Okay. You know, I'm not honestly sure how this is going to go down. Because now that the Hat, I realize that the Landers' helmet, it makes me think the Hat doesn't have to be FizzDef. But it's been a long time since I've seen Nuzzle on the AV set. By a long time, I mean like a month maybe. People have really started using Psyshock X Psy Noise. But maybe Helm didn't think he needed Psyshock. It doesn't need to hit G-King hard. This team already hits G-King kind of hard. I don't know. I like Psyshock though. It even hits stuff like Ogre Pawn marginally harder, so I really like Psyshock a lot. You can't use Hat without Psy Noise. Psy Noise is Hatterine's best move, so that's a given. But okay, I think Nuzzle's getting clicked no matter what. Actually, you don't Nuzzle here. I think you just Kiss. Because Pulse is not... Okay, so it is AV. Okay, Nuzzle gets clicked. Okay. Which means Name is for sure going for the full Zama own. Nah, shy Psychic Noise. Super shy Psychic Noise. Nah, that was a shy... This is going to live. I for sure made that up. Okay. I should have known that 379 special attack was way too strong. That's pretty filthy damage. Okay. IDEF once. I think you could IDEF though. But maybe you didn't want to be at half HP. I just didn't want Wake to get the boosted Steam Eruption off. It was either take a Steam or... I mean, maybe Zaz. Nah, I really didn't. I really thought he should take the IDEF. I guess from his perspective, it was I could get roared out with my Zama, from his Zama right immediately after. So it's better for me to take the odds of IDEFing here on the Wake, and if it gets full parried, rather than taking 50 from Fiery Dance, which I could understand if that's what he was thinking. I thought IDEF, take 50, be able to kill the Wake, because Steam does more than Fiery Dance, right? And then if it's Resto Chest, which I'm making a guess that it is, oh my god, Terra Watered and Hydro Steam. That was a hashtag boss play. That made sense too. But this is why I wanted the IDEF on the Fiery Dance. This is why I wanted that, because you will avoid this turn completely. It's very certain that because Zama never came out earlier, that was going to be, what's it called? Terra Fire, Terra Dark, something that was I mean, Zamazenta doesn't run a Terra that's good into other Zama. It's just, it makes no difference. You stay base form. Nah, but he for sure should have IDEF'd on a Moth. It could have been one. I think, honestly, unless the dog is Roar, and even then, you still put yourself in a chance to win with your own dog. I think he for sure needed to IDEF on Moth. That was a misplay. Straight up. I'm not saying he auto won, but it gave him way better chances. Here, the Walking Wake is able to go for the only move that would OHKO. Nah, for sure you click IDEF on Iron Moth. You get back 2 rounds of lefties too. Well, I'm assuming it's lefties. It could be rest chest, but it doesn't matter. Okay. The only other... Okay. You know what the Moth was that I think... Okay. It didn't make a difference. The Moth has Overheat. But you still go for it. Nah. Then again, though, Overheat's gonna kill in the sun. Is it? Does it kill? It doesn't matter, though. It would do like 95, and then the Onzama would win. Yeah. Nah, that shit has Overheat anyways. Yeah. Yeah, this has Overheat. That's what my boy Giannis told me. Now that I remember this team. This shit did a good... he came back good. I think this Water Terra's... I mean, this Dragonite's regular set, no Encore. Which explains why he didn't Terra it. It was a pretty cut and dry match. I'm pretty satisfied watching that game. I think both sides played pretty well. I'm pretty curious how it would have gone down if U-turn got clicked on the first para and side noise damage got clicked on something else. That was a pretty nice game, all things considered. We don't see Sun much anymore, and the Sun we do see is always Tusk plus Bolt. Obviously, you're going to see Walking Wake on Sun, but you don't see double Moth, Slither Wing, and Iron Moth. Iron Moth hasn't been a Sun staple in a really long time, so I actually found this to be really cool. This is a really nice game. Name generator, Helom. He's favored in Generation 9 in this series, so honestly, that's a pretty big win for Ant to take with his squad. I like this custom squad. This is some new shit for sure. Some Vert Sun. This is definitely some strong shit. But yeah, I would say Helom was definitely favored in Gen 9, so now he's gonna have to make a comeback happen with Gen 7 and Gen 8 OU. But this game was honestly dope. I'm trying to go back and think what should have been done differently. Weave Sack I completely agree with. Shit not doing anything. And this is a big ass threat. I mean, here, honestly, if U-turn got clicked, I think Torque would have came in on Side Noise. So U-turn probably would have done like 45. Maybe Terra Water was the play that didn't need to be clicked. Okay, so let's draw this out. Let's draw this out. If you don't Terra Water, you still live, and you Draining Kiss it all back. I think Helom tried to predict the Terra Water. Even then, I mean, I'm assuming Dragonite's Terra normal, so he like super thought he lost, and so that was his best Terra. That's the only explanation. But I'm trying to figure out if there was a superior Terra than going for Terra Water here. Cause yeah, you take like what, 80%, 70% if you don't Terra. You Draining Kiss off, because Pulse Specs did 41. Hydro Steam is double the power of that, right? What's Hydro Steam's power? It's 80 base, and then it's 120 in the sun. If I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, so it's 120 in the sun. So that means 120. Okay. If it's just 120 in the sun, it's actually not that much more powerful than Specs Pulse. It's like 1.5x. Nah, he didn't need to Terra. From my mathematical calculations, if you take only 41 from Pulse, you don't need to Terra into the Steam. Matter of fact, if he Draining Kissed this turn instead of Terraing, he might have just won. Cause, I think that was it. Yeah, I'm not saying that there was a better Terra, but if he got HP, I don't know. I think he could have prepped for the Zama sweep better. Okay. Name generators using a team I myself brought to tournament 3 years ago when Generation 8 was a main gen. This is a good team. SD Garchomp, SD Weavile, Trick, Nasty Plot, Slowking G. The thing is, everybody knows this team. So... But yeah, I mean, hopefully he mixed up the sets, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows this team. And Ant, who's using this similar Weavile Garchomp structure, was playing in Smogon Tour playoffs back when Gen 8 was main gen. So I'm pretty damn certain he likely knows what the sets are. I mean, it's not that hard to understand the sets looking at matchup. I always found that Gen 8 and Gen 7 and Gen 6, honestly, the more you played, it's pretty easy to tell what the 6 sets on a team are. It's harder in Gen 9, obviously, because things are able to run much more variable sets and Terra and stuff like that. But usually on most teams, like you see Lele plus Weavile plus Cart, most of the time it's going to be a Scarf Lele, for example. I mean, Specs Lele, Scarf Cart. When you see the Cart combined with the shit. But yeah, we'll see. I honestly think the Slowking pick is not that great here. It's Fizz Def with Trick, which I like that set because you're able to stay in turn 1 on ground types and click Trick. You do take a lot from EQ. Like Garchomp max attack is going to do like 90%. But being able to poison those things, or not poison, you get trading them the Black Sludge though, so they take the residual chip every turn, is really phenomenal. That's always really good. That's always really good for your team. Ferrothorn's a pretty big threat too. Walls these two completely. Is this Spadef Chomp or SD Chomp? I can't actually tell. I don't know. This team's pretty strong. Heatran could be a bitch to this team. Can't really switch into Burn. And if the Slowking tricks away the item, it's going to get owned by Heatran. Okay. Great lead. Great lead. Tapu Fini gets led off, predicting, I don't know what the prediction was. Trying to catch Slowking. Clicks Taunt turn 1, doesn't want to take a trick or what? I would have been click knockoff as Ferrothorn. She's probably scared of taking this trick immediately. This is a pretty big threat too with knockoff Hurricane, assuming the Garchomp's offensive. Would the Garchomp be offensive? Okay, damage is damage. Start Nature's Madnessing everybody. Helm just goes into Slowking G here. Yeah. Alright, it's Trick Back Surge. Exact same team from back in the day. This is pretty free. Okay. Interesting. Why did he switch to Torn? Balloon Heatran, huh? I would have been click Trick. Taking me an air balloon to wall that Garchomp later. They're not seeing it like me. It's not the end of the world though for Helon. Got to knock off the Fini, which is really nice for Weavile, of course. Garchomp has no immediate switch in. This team gets 6-0 by Earthquake. What kind of team is this? Dude, this piece of shit team gets 6-0 by Earthquake. Alright, we're going next. Yo, what is this? I just realized. Nah, this is crazy. This is max attack Garchomp, judging from 43. I mean, I already knew that. I literally told you the sets already. It's SD Garchomp, SD Weavile. I can't believe I forgot this quickly. This team is nasty, though. I'll be winning a lot with this team back in the day. That double SD. Garchomp is fucking OP in Gen 8. With SD lefties. I think can set up like 2 times per game. Because it's so easy to get back lefties on Garchomp. It comes in on Heatran and other guys. But, nah, I think this is over for Ant. I don't see a good way to win this battle. Fini knocked already. I didn't even realize the team has no ground resist. Garchomp's probably offensive too. If Heatran has rocks, then the Garchomp is also going to be SD, not Spadef. So the fact that this shit's offensive will help a little bit. Name generator has to be careful of Kartana. That's for damn sure. But it's honestly not a big deal. Like you can literally defog here if you really want to. This shit gotta be Hydro Pump to maybe KO, and it's not gonna KO. Maybe you do just U-turn on the slow into Slowking. Click your trick. Maybe you do just do that. Maybe you do just do. Okay, let's take a look. Now this is it's a pretty interesting game, but I really think my gut is telling me that Garchomp is gonna win this game with less sequencing needed than, because here I think you just U-turn, right? Yep, you have Regenerator, so there's nothing to really think about, and now you get another kill. Nah, it's actually over. I wonder if you go Kartana here. No, I definitely don't go Kartana and take EQ. That's the only way to lose too. You need Kartana healthy. The good thing is, it's very impossible to click Scale Shot, so you can't get the speed for Kartana. But I think the Kartana's Scarf anyway, so that shit doesn't matter. You know what's... if it's actually... I know I said it was going to be Specs Lele Scarf Cart, but if it's Banded Cart and Scarf Lele, that's actually a lot better for this build, because otherwise I don't see it. Okay, so I actually did go Kartana on Earthquake. I figured he might want to save all the Mons, and the only way to do that is to go hard Cart. But I don't love this play, because Cart knockoff was a super ownage on something, and now Cart dies to a combination of whatever, Rough Skin, +2 Ice Shard, Iron Barbs, whatever it clicks here is going to get KO'd by something. I really don't see the Weavile or the Garchomp not winning this game. There's no need to even get up rocks. You got a bunch of Pokemon at half HP. 2 of these guys at half. Heatran's been knocked off, and it invites in Heatran. I mean, not Heatran. Heatran invites in Garchomp now that Heatran's been knocked off. Also, with Misty Terrain up, you don't even got to worry about Garchomp getting hit by Toxic or Lava Plume Burn, if that's what it is. I mean, but yeah. No, this is a good solid team. This shit's been good for years. Even back in the day when I used it, I'm telling you, that Trick Nasty Plot, Fizz Def Slowking, should be putting in work. Should be putting in a goob work. And then SD Champa Weavile are 2 Pokemon that basically define this generation. Gen A OU offense. These guys are 2 of the best partners you can have for each other. Super good together. Let's see. What are we thinking about? What are we thinking about in this game? This is tense. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy it. It's some tense gaming. You know what I'm saying? I have a good time with some tense gaming. Okay, clicks knockoff and his Scarf. Helm decides that Kartana's a Giga Threat and he wants to kill it. I think this is Specs. It's not Specs, it's Scarf. Wait, was this Pads? No, this wasn't Pads. So what was the Kartana? The Kartana was Scarf. Unless this is double Scarf. In which case, alright, man. But there's no way the Lele Scarf. There's no way, bud. Also, you saw the power of Fizz Def Slowking? Taking 48 from Psyshock? A lot of y'all were surprised by that. Not me, though. I have extensive use of this piece of shit. Oh my god! Nah, going Weavile is for sure insane. Nah, bro, we already know because it's Scarf Cart that it's not going to be Scarf Lele too. No, bruh. No, bruh. I understand going Slowking the first turn because you could be scared of potential Focus Blast into Ferrothorn. But fuck. Nah, because Kartana already revealed Scarf. Okay, finally clicks the Trick to get that Sludge Trick. Lost his own leftovers though, which is honestly not too bad for... Yeah, losing the Weavile is for super duper whack. I really don't like that. Because that was going to be a check to this Weavile. Okay, Rotom is burned, which means it's going to die to +2 knockoff after some more shuffling. So that's not great. I think Volt Switch is getting clicked into Garchomp. I think I would honestly go Garchomp. That's such a bad play to go Garchomp on Rotom. Because what do you do after? The shit only loses 6%, and then you have no play after. But Volt Switch is for sure coming here. Like, there's no doubt in my mind Volt Switch is coming here. Nah, no way he clicked Pump. Nah. Okay, it doesn't matter. Slowking takes the negative damage from this anyways. I was about to say, that shit does nothing. A boss play there would have been to switch out the Lele into Weavile. And cover the Slowking and also cover the Tornadus. Because Terrain was down, meaning Tornadus could have pivoted as well. I think here, this free turn should have been a switch to Weavile. Like, actually, though. Because you know your best move is not doing anything into Slowking without Terrain. Nah, he for sure should have gone into Weavile there. This turn right here was a Weavile play. If Rotom stays in on Moonblast, this is for sure over. You're just going to lose to Garchomp, Scale Shot, Fire Fang immediately. Rotom can never stay in here. Nah, for sure Weavile should have came in. And covered both of these. That would have been a really good play. Would have been able to knock off the Pharaoh. Get something started. So right here, Instead of clicking side shock, that should have been a Weavile. Clicks magma and misses. Gets defogged on, and then U-turned on. Super owned. Probably expected the Weavile to click knockoff. Not wanting to triple axle into Ferrothorn, which is a play that happens a lot. Or was hoping that's adamant Weavile. Either way, I don't think it was that. I think simply predicted knockoff. Nah, this is over now. Nah, yeah, definitely. Nah, after the Lele took, after the... Nah, would have stopped Weavile and Torn. Nah, he stayed in on EQ is crazy. Nah, he read his life. Nah, he read his life there. Knowing that it's going to try and double on the Ferrothorn. Nah, that was a crazy play. It makes sense too, because you know that either the Weavile is going to SD, going for it. Also, switching on SD is like the only way to lose. Biggest play here was after this Lele. Taking a Hydro there with Lele was such a... Like, clicking Hydro for sure was a bad play, first off. Volt Switch is for sure the right play. So it probably was actually scared of, I don't know, Garchomp coming in, or just wanted the most consistent form of damage. But I for sure would have Volt Switched, because I thought Lele was going to come in and then you leave yourself open. But clicking Psyshock into Slowking gave away everything. Even go Weavile afterwards. It would have been fine. As for clicking EQ twice, that was a shice play. Nah, that was a pretty nice play, though. He kept the Ferrothorn super duper gooper healthy as well. So Chomp has to not only SD, but also get the Scale Shot off and 5-hit Scale Shot to kill Rotom. So I would wager that this is not crazy unwinnable for Giannis and his 3 Mons left standing, but personally I think it's Jove. Let's see. Alright, I guess we'll wait and see what they want to click. I don't have a pause button on this OBS on my laptop, so I'll just be chilling here. Okay. I think you just stay in and then you sweep with Gyro Ball. I can probably find this team in my own builder. Tell you guys what the sets are. These teams from back then when the shit was the meta, they're so passed around that I probably still have it. Feeny. Delete this shit. Maybe I deleted it. Did I? No, it's Slowking. Why am I looking for Feeny? Nah, see, it's right here. I named the Slowking Trisha. Really creative. But yeah, that's how I knew it was Trick. It is Gyro Ball fair, though. Nah, there's no way to lose then. He's tripping. Just EQ and click Gyro Ball 5 times. You can't lose. I guess he's scared of throwing against the Chomp, but you'd have to really egregiously throw to lose to Chomp from this position. And you'd have to miss. Rotom is Fizz Def, like I said, so shit's gonna be able to get the Wisp off. SD Weavile Boots. SD Leftovers this. Knock off Hurricane. So I guess this is Shiest. Like, he's probably thinking, oh my god, is there any way for me to not have to hit a move on Weavile, which I'm here to console him and let him know telepathically that Weavile Ferrothorn wins. Stop tripping. I'm pretty sure I'm completely right. Bro, honestly, bro. Second Weavile was for sure crazy on name generator's part. I mean, I understand why he did it. He saw Psyshock and he assumed that the shit was not all out attacking. Usually you see Psychic on non-choice Lele if it's all out attacking, so Psyshock was a good bait. But the cart going for knockoff and not having protective pads basically revealed immediately, to me at least, that the shit was over. Why are they both trading GGs? The fuck? Is this shit banded? That's the only explanation. This is banded. Let's see. Alright. The fact that GGs were shared makes me think this is banded. But if this was banded, it would have probably clicked an attack on this turn. I'm wrong? Cap, I'm right. Because Feeney was doubled in. Meaning, what did he predict? Wanted to limit Ferrothorn getting rocks at all costs? Did I lag or something? Yo, did I have the shit on pause? Oh my god, did my dumbass have the shit on pause and we just sat here? Yo, wait, what? Nah, no way. What just happened? I think I had that shit on pause like an idiot. Okay. He EQ'd again into the Lele. Knocked the shit out. SD'd on another EQ. Then this lived. Into no Fire Fang. Into Gyro Ball. Wait, bro, did I have that shit? Whatever. What I said confirmed won the game regardless. Yeah. Nah, no way I was here watching a paused game. I'm definitely CTE. Whatever. What happened is exactly as I said it. He definitely got owned, though. These were some shice plays from the Garchomp. Yeah, at that point it's already won. You just need to not get hexed. Rotom always lives, too. Yep. If this was Fire Fang, I guess it could have been kind of spicy. Because you have to hit Hurricane with Tornadus or you lose. Yeah, so if this was Fire Fang, it was nasty. I guess it's not Fire Fang, so it's probably what, like Stone Edge or Aqua Tail or some fake shit. I've ran Aqua Tail before. That shit's garbage. Every time I run Aqua Tail, I run into Corviknight. Or Skarmory. Skarmory's worse to run into. And then Gyro Ball ended up sweeping. Nah, I'm gonna lock it in. I was correct. Why is this shit not lefties? Did it get knocked? Is mine lefties? Mine was lefties. Huh. I think that was pretty winnable from both sides. That was a nicely played game. Good callouts on that battle. Now this team is still crazy though. I can't believe this team is still this timeless. Just able to perform 4 or 5 years after the creation. Some shit is really strong. Alright, time for Sun and Moon. Now, usually when players are worried in Sun and Moon, you'll see the rain teams come out. I'm so shiced. I'm so shiced. He's using my rain as usual. Ever since, you know, Street saw me whip out the Manaphy water overload offense. They can't stop. They can't stop it. Alright. I don't really like the look of rain into a Seismitoad, but it's okay. Kartana is always annoying for rain if it's what's it called, Scarf. But Swampert, if it's Jolly, can kill everybody and outspeed Scarf Cart. Personally, this doesn't look like a Scarf Cart to me. This looks like a Banded Cart to me. This looks like a Banded Cart to me. And a Scarf Land OT. We'll see. Swampert's a big-ass threat to this team. Like I said, no doubt about it. What if the Zard is Zard Y? Like some completely fake shit, and it just auto-sweep. It's Zard X. It's for sure Zard X. Zard Y is not real. No way they're running my Rain 6 years later. This team's ass. But Rain is so cheap. Rain takes really little skill to use. And that's not even me making fun of anybody saying this guy's bad or something like that. But I used to spam Rain all the time. Rain literally takes very little skill to use. You just have to pivot like 1 or 2 times. Bring in one of the 3 mons that can auto-sweep the opponent. Like, Rain is pretty... Like, it's one of those teams where if you use it enough times, it's, like, really easy to see the paths and everything. So, Manaphy's going to be Tailglow Rest. That shit's always annoying. That shit can beat Seismitoad pretty easily with the Rain turns up. Earthquake does, like, 25%. Gotta have Cart positioned in. Ferrothorn also looks pretty nasty. The great leading Ferrothorn. So, we know Zard's X. I already said that earlier, but now it's confirmed because it didn't lead. Hurricane gets clicked turn 1 and confuses the Ferrothorn. Okay. Defog on Gyro. Yup. That Lord Paste. You already know, man. We be running that Gyro Ball for them Torns and them Cocos. You need that consistent damage. Damage is damage. I'm bringing in Zardex here. Like, I'm bringing in Zardex right now. Damage has been done to Ferrothorn. Rocks are being clicked again. I can guarantee you that. Or gonna go into Tornadus T. Either one is fine. But I think Gyro Ball again is getting clicked. Actually, Rocks is better clicked. This is going to be Iapapa Ferrothorn. They be running that no skill. Get back all your HP. It's a demonic team. This team is so beautiful. This is some new shit. This I've never seen before. This combination of mons, I think. I mean, maybe it's one of Giannis's teams that maybe used before, but I've never seen this used by somebody else. So it must be some recent shit. You know, I think you really got to go Zardex and you got to get something started, because otherwise rocks are gonna stay up and you will lose to Swampert. If you go Zardex here, you could quite feasibly force the win right now. I'm correct when I say that. Oh my god, clicked Hurricane again. Eject button. Yo, have some skill, bro. We not running the eject. Okay, Greninja comes in. Okay. I think you should have clicked Greninja and got up a spike. I think that shit was giga free. Maybe he doesn't want to... Nah, for sure should have gone Greninja and got up a spike. Either way, this is fine. You just U-turn out again. Why does this Torn keep clicking Hurricane? Why is it doing so much? Bruh. Ferrothorn's gonna die now to Z if it's Z. It's not Z. But it's not Helmet. Difficult conversations. Is this shit... Yeah. Nah, this is terrible for how long? 0 rocks up and Scarf Cart count. This is over. Nah, Scarf Cargo is gonna go fucking stupid. But I know I said it's Banded Cart. That was my gut telling me. Because if you look at the composition of this team, you know Seismitoad's gonna be the rocker. There's no other role for Seismitoad in anything. Shout out to Seismitoad. We love Seismitoad. But we know, bruh, that Seismitoad's a stealth rocker. It's not going to be doing some crazy different set. But if he's Swift Swim Seismitoad, counter Team Rain like a boss. Either way, if I'm Helom, I'm just bringing in the Swampert. I'm going for my free liquidation. You should take what you can get. Dude, this is horrible, though. Dragon Claw kills everybody, too. Not to say that Ferrothorn is some counter to Dragon Claw, but... No, if rocks were kept up, it was okay to lose your Ferrothorn. Tornadus' HP is negligible, it doesn't matter. But yo, because keeping rocks up versus this fucking annoying team is such a big deal. Yo. You need hazards up versus piece of shit Zardex and Landorus T and Tornadus. You need that shit. You don't want Scarf Landorus getting the unlimited free U-turns for life on your team. This is still winnable, but no rocks is crazy. That being said, Swampert's still a giga threat. So, yo, do you go for Earthquake here on some fuck it? I'm already behind. I need to start making this shit move. I would click Earthquake here every time, bro. I'm telling you straight up. Nah, you got to start making something happen, bro. You got to start making something happen. First off, if Kartana comes in, that's a serious throw. Kartana gets a kill when it comes in, so... I mean, fuck, bro. If you have a Landorus with HP, you can go to it. I used to run bulky Scarf Landorus all the time for this type of shit. All the time for this type of shit. Because it was so annoying running into Swampert Rain. But, like, the most max of Landoruses can live a waterfall really comfortably. I don't know how much defense you actually need for Swampert. I used to run Adamant back in the day. Sometimes I ran Jolly, but Adamant is really annoying. And it's better at breaking Celesteela in them. It's a shame when you're Jolly and then you can't even kill Toxapex in one hit. Alright, Landorus T. Choice Scarf. Waterfall in the rain. We need to give this guy -1 attack, though. That shit is 92 to 109 to 68 defense Landorus. That shit gets fucking... Earthquake! Oh my god, he did click Earthquake. Yo, he clicked Earthquake and dude went to land. Oh my god. Yo, that was a crazy play. Nah, okay, I think it's over for name generator. Because, yeah, I think it's actually over. Because you need to get the kill with Swampert there. Nah, I definitely sold telling him to go for Earthquake. Nah, but you understand me, right? You have to go, dude, going to Landorus, it's, yo, I think Landorus was always going to come in, though. Because there's a chance to live. And after you, even if you die to Waterfall, you get rocks right after with Seismitoad. And then Kartana, yo. Nah, that was a crazy Landorus. You can't sack Seismitoad. Facts. This is banded for sure. Okay. That was a crazy fucking turn. And he kept the rocks up. Name doesn't even have a switch. Because Torn's going to come in and take like 90%. Nah, Torn actually lives. But. Yo. Nah, that was different. That was different. However, I would say the Torn dying is a great step for name generator here. Helm can still win this game. Even without rocks, there's still a way to win. Tornadus actually lives choice banded Leaf Blade at the HP it'll come at, which is 58%. But if you get crit, you instantly lose the game. So that might be something scary. I don't know what this... Oh, he sacks the Manaphy. He was hoping it was Scarf. Nah, it's clearly banded, though. Alright. Maybe thought that it was fine to sack this. I think from the... Nah, that Lando was actually a big-ass play, though. I'm not gonna cap. Goes into Zard and dodges the Hurricane. This is 100% over now. Needed to hit that to have a chance, I think. Clicked SD is absolutely nonsense. Is this not Claw? Okay, that shit did 40 anyways. That shit's weak as... Yo, this shit's fat fuck. What the fuck? Torrent's fat as fuck and Charizard's fat as fuck. Nah, either way, I think it's Jover. Because you can't break Toad and Magearna with anything from Gren. I really disagree with that SD, though. You just spam Claw. Because what's he going to do? Go into Pelipper and spam Roost? Waste all his own rain turns? So going for SD was for sure wrong. Helm also has to taunt, or he gets Dragon Danced on and instantly swept. Nah, it should have hit itself in confusion. I'm not hating, just a fan of real gameplay. I like a 3-game series either way. Also, hashtag don't count me out. Hashtag the Swampert from Akron. It can win, bro. It can win. Yeah, this is why I figured Declaw twice is just better. Even if Pelipper can live too, there's no way. Nah, it's simply over now. Because Swampert comes in. You go... I think you sack this. Go Landorus. Live. You turn into... No. I'm on dicks. You go Landorus in general. Yeah, because he's fully Fizz Def Scarf. Nah, he's super Fizz Def Scarf. Yeah, okay. which means the mag is Trick Room in the back. Sat goes back into Zard X. Shice play. No. But having the one-time defensive pivot in the back is fantastic. This is a good play by Hellam. He knows if he kills this, Cart comes in next turn and sweeps. Nice Dark Pulse too, knowing the mag can't come in. Nah, you gotta go mag here. Oh, we clicked EQ. No fucks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Back to Toad? Nah, don't tell me. Nah! Now you get to go hard cart. Yo, he's crazy. What is... Okay, I mean, now it's for sure over. I would have gone hard cart on turn 22. Nah, this Gen 7. Holy fuck. Nah, that was a crazy game. That was a really crazy series. Shoutouts to Hellam. Shoutouts to Giannis for putting on an amazing series. So Giannis goes as the 16th seed and beats the first seed. I told you there's a first seed curse. But shoutouts to both players. This was a really great series. Hellam really brought it back in that Gen 8 game too. He made many Lord plays. But this Gen 7 was ownage. This was a pretty crazy game. All things considered, thank you all for watching. I'm glad I caught this series. I thought it was really good. Both players played great. Shoutouts to them. Good luck to XXX Giannis. We'll see how he does in the next one. Take care. Peace.